Hey y'all, today I am sharing a really simple 30-minute shrimp lau mein dinner or lunch, whatever. It is so good. It is so easy. It takes very little time to put together and it is delicious. So I have my shrimp here. These shrimp have been cleaned and deveined and washed. They are still with the shell on, and I prefer my shrimp to have the shell on because it has a lot more flavor. So these are actually jumbo size shrimp. You can use medium to large if that's what you have. So we have grated in our garlic and our ginger. Now I'm going to lightly season this with some salt, as well as some black pepper, and I'm also using a little bit of white pepper. You can use all white pepper or all black pepper depending on what you have and what you want to use. I like a little combination of both of them. I will have all the amounts listed below in the description box for you. And for this 1 pound of shrimp, I'm using about 2 tablespoons of my coconut aminos. You can go ahead and use soy sauce for this. The Kikkoman brand, if I'm saying that correctly, does have a non-GMO soy sauce, so I would recommend using that or the coconut aminos. Give everything a really nice mix, and I'm going to let this sit and marinate just for about 10 minutes while I go ahead and prep my veggies. Now I do have some noodles that I have already boiled for about maybe 10 to 12 minutes till they are about 75 to 90% cooked through. I am using spaghetti noodles because that's what I always have on hand, and I could never find good quality like egg noodles for my noodle part of this dish. So I am using spaghetti, and I just cooked it till it was al dente. As you can see, I am cutting my carrots here on a diagonal. As well as I am going to cut about a half of a bell pepper into large chunks and a half of an onion into large chunks. Kind of separate it up a little bit. I'm also going to get a broccoli, a nice good sized bits of broccoli, and I have about maybe 2 cups of the broccoli florets there. Washed, cleaned, ready to go. Again, this takes 30 minutes to put together, and it is an amazing meal. Now for our veggies, we're also going to need about 4 cloves of garlic, another teaspoon of grated ginger. So now we have prepped our shrimp, we have prepped our veggies, now we are going to make our sauce. So in a small bowl here, I'm going to add in some oyster sauce, as well as some hoisin sauce, as well as my coconut aminos or soy sauce if you want to use that, a pinch of black pepper, a pinch of salt, a pinch of white pepper. Again, just use black or white pepper, and you can even leave the pepper out at this point because sometimes little ones might find it a little bit spicy. And the amount of salt that you add to this will depend on if you are using low sodium soy sauce or low sodium coconut aminos, etc. I find the coconut aminos to not be too salty, so I add salt. If you're using regular soy sauce, you can skip the salt. I have some cornstarch here that I'm adding to a little bowl, 2 teaspoons of cornstarch and 2 teaspoons of water. I'm going to mix this until the cornstarch is completely dissolved. After we have added in our water to our cornstarch and mixed this really well until all that cornstarch is dissolved, we will then add in our sauces that we mixed up. Now you can do all this in a same bowl. Just make sure and add your cornstarch and water first, mix it together until it makes a slurry, and then add in the rest of your sauces. Now I have my spaghetti here that I have boiled until it was al dente. Just takes about maybe 10 to 12 minutes of boiling or so. You don't want this to be fully cooked through because you want it to have a nice consistency of your noodles. And again, I'm using spaghetti. Use egg noodles if you can find some good quality ones at your store. I could never find any. So in the same pot that I boiled my spaghetti and I strained it and I washed my spaghetti, I'm going to use that same pot, put my heat on high heat, and I'm going to add in about a teaspoon of sesame oil. Now once this comes nice and hot, I'm adding all of my shrimp into this. Now I'm not trying to develop a whole ton of sear or anything on my shrimp. I just want my shrimp to be mostly cooked through, and it will render out all of its juices into this pot. So we're just going to cook this for about 3 to 4 minutes or so. I'm going to make sure that my shrimp is pretty much cooked through. And again, it will render out all of its amazing flavor and juices. That looks absolutely fantastic. Flipping them around to make sure that each side is cooked through, and that looks great. I'm going to remove my shrimp and place it on a plate, and then we're going to just move on to the next step. Okay, that amazing juice that is in there. I'm going to go ahead and add in my garlic and my ginger, my carrots, my bell pepper, and my onions, all to this amazing sauce. And as this veggies and everything is cooking in the sauce, everything is just going to be just amazing. We're going to cook these veggies down for a few minutes, about 2 minutes or so, 2 to 3 minutes, just until the onions start to get a little translucent. The carrots will start to be getting cooked through. You can put a lid on this at this point if you want to, and just let this cook for about 2 to 3 minutes. And after it's been about 2 to 3 minutes, now I'm going to give my little sauce a stir and then add my sauce in. Now we did add cornstarch to this, so as the cornstarch starts to boil, it's going to start to thicken. So we're just going to add this and wait for about 30 seconds. We want that heat to kind of awaken the flavors in the sauces. After about a minute, I'm going to go ahead and add in my broccoli and my shrimp. That just looks so good on its own. Like, honestly, you can stop right here and serve this on some jasmine rice or some white rice or something like that. Mix everything together and serve it with your rice. But I'm gonna go ahead and add in my spaghetti that I have cooked. Again, it's washed, it was rinsed under cold water, and I'm just gonna give everything a really nice mix, making sure to get at the bottom because that's where all of the sauce is. And we're just gonna mix everything together really well. And that is how simple it is. It takes about 30 minutes to put together. You can add different things like snap peas, sugar peas, or baby corn, or whatever you want to this. And it is so easy. It is delicious. It is packed with flavor. I hope that you guys give it a try. If you try and you enjoy it, let me know in the comments down below. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.